In this video, we'll help you turn new cleaning clients into raving fans with a proven 5-step onboarding system that transforms chaos into reviews, referrals, and repeat clients. This is built from 6 years of real business struggles, me trying to understand the customer journey, and Hormozi's, that's Alex Hormozi's $100 million frameworks. Let's jump in. The first step to this 5-step onboarding process is to map out your entire onboarding workflow. I'm talking from click to close. They clicked on the ad to they close the sale, and from close to the R's that you want, which are reviews, referrals, repeat clients, repurchases, retention, etc. So when you're mapping out your onboarding workflow, I'm talking each step. This is what the ad does. This is what the click does. This is what the landing page does. This is what the opt-in from the landing page does. This is what the contact from the salesperson does. This is how the booked meeting is ran. After the meeting, this is how the quote is sent out. After the quote, this is how the quote is accepted. This is how the quote is paid for. This is the welcome email. This is the 3 promises we make in onboarding, etc., etc. From the whole click to close to review, referral, repurchase, etc. And when you map out that process, it'll just give you tremendous clarity and help you train your team on each step. After we mapped out the whole workflow, we want to automate the welcome emails and meeting scheduling to eliminate back and forth, and we want to leverage tech to do this. So in your CRM, obviously you'll have a lead come in, it'll populate in your CRM. You can have follow-up emails, follow-up texts, follow-up calls that lead to meetings booked. From those meetings, you can get quotes. From those quotes, you get purchases. From those purchases, you get the welcome emails. And you want to have as much of that process automated as possible. When you can do lead follow-up via email, via voicemail drop, via text, via call, and you can automate it. Because when you automate that information collection, especially with like AI agents and stuff like that, if you want more information on that, comment below, I'll make a video on it. But via AI agents, you can collect that information, have it in your CRM so your salesperson and your onboarding person can see it, which will just help that sales to onboarding process. So map out your onboarding workflow from click to close to reviews, referrals, and retention. Then automate the welcome emails, the follow-up emails, and the meeting scheduling to eliminate back and forth from your salespeople, from your onboarding people, so that they can spend time talking to as many customers as possible. Step 3, you want to assign clear roles so your team knows exactly who does what. What is the salesperson responsible for? What is the onboarding person responsible for? How do those two communicate? You want to make sure each step of the process is clear, not just the task, but who is the owner of the task, and an SOP, standard operating procedure, to do that task. Step 4, after you've assigned clear roles, automated a lot of the follow-up, welcome emails, meeting scheduling, etc., and you've mapped out your onboarding workflow, you want to make sure you have templates for client agreements, for quotes, for checklists, for FAQs that the client has, so that your team can quickly go get a quote, quickly refer to this client agreement, quickly look at this sales checklist, look at this onboarding checklist, look at this fulfillment checklist to see what went wrong for the client and what's the fix for it. Or what are we doing well, what can we celebrate personally and in our meetings. And then if a client has a question, they can go to that FAQ, and now you can train your team both on the common questions that clients ask and just the process, where the process may go wrong, so that they can respond to clients. They don't have to think. They don't have to get emotional. They can respond well. And if you have an angry client, there can only be one person in the angry boat. So your employee knows how to get in the angry boat, get mad at the team on the client's behalf so that the client feels cared for. The 5th thing you can do after you've mapped out the workflow, automated all your follow-ups, assigned clear roles, and set up the templates for agreements, checklists, and FAQs, you want to set milestone check-ins to build trust and catch issues early. So the sales process, obviously there's a lot of follow-up there because you want to close the deal. But after we close the deal, we're like, okay, we got the business, let's close more deals. But no, you need to reinforce the fact that that customer bought in the first 48 hours, and you want to set as many promises as you can keep in that first 48 hours. Like, hey, we're gonna send you an email in 24 hours with this information, and we're gonna call you tomorrow to get a brief overview of your walkthrough before we do the actual walkthrough, so we have the details. And then we're gonna text you an hour before we get there, yada, yada, yada. As many promises as you can make in the first 48 hours of having a client, you make them. And then you check in on them, you fulfill on them, and that helps to build trust and also catch issues. If they have any amendments or changes that they want to make, you can add those details to your HubSpot, pipeline, or Go High Level CRM so that your team can follow suit. And in this process, you really want to focus on time to value. What do I mean by that? Your customer has an ideal outcome in mind. They probably just want to clean home, but they probably want to clean home for a reason, and they want specific things done specifically. And so when that is the case, you want to focus on how quickly do we get them the value that they're looking for. And when you get them that value, that's when you can ask for reviews, for referrals, for them to purchase again. So everything we're doing after the sale is driving towards time to value, which is typically that clean home, but we're gonna make 5 to 7 micro promises before we actually clean that home, that we can keep building trust with that customer. I wanna make this personal to you guys. First thing you gotta do from this video, actions. Map out your onboarding workflow. That should take you about 30 minutes. Then you want to write and automate emails and quotes and scheduling. This should take you 1 to 2 hours. It's probably going to be a 5 email sequence, 6 email sequence, some texts, some calls, some voicemail drops, some tasks. You're going to have to play around with the CRM. So 1 to 2 hours there. So we're at 2.5 hours right now. You want to templatize all your client agreements, checklists, and templates. Put it in one place, automate as much as possible. This should take you another 2 hours. We're at 4.5 hours. Then you want to outline all the tasks that must be done by your team, and on what timeline, and on what quality to drive to time to value for the customer. This should take you another 2 hours. So we're at 2, 4, 6.5 hours to implement all the stuff in this video. And this will help you just really make sure you have a solid onboarding system to generate clients. Not generate clients, turn clients into raving fans so that you get reviews and referrals. So that's really all we got for this video today, guys. I want to just kind of recap here. We always tie back to the mission at the ends of these videos. And yeah, we helped you with your onboarding, and we want to get you to stop losing clients to sloppy onboarding, right? So these 5 steps should help you turn that chaos into those reviews, those referrals, and that reliable growth, so that you can build a business you're proud of. But we're doing that so we can help you and 800,000 people like you get to $2 million a year in profit. And then we want to take that community of people as it grows and have them give back to an endowment, $1 million per year from each entrepreneur that helps raise the standard of living across the world. This is the endowment's goal, raise the standard of living across the world to middle-class America so that everybody has more than enough food, shelter, water, and safety. We're gonna do that with a community of 800,000, and we need your help to do it. So if you know of something that I need to touch on that will help you get to $2 million a year in profit, drop me a comment below, tell me the topic, I'll make a video on it. And in the meantime, I'll wait for you on the next one.